This is Political Arena on S24. I am Bakr Turaki. Women are still not very involved in politics, even though there is more support, calls, and awareness today. Many of them are facing challenges, the likes of lack of financial support, religious belief, cultural expectation, and the political tension that come with the political participation. This afternoon on Political Arena, we will discuss whether the system is favorable to them, what are the challenges that are being faced by women, especially in Africa and Nigeria when it comes to political participation all over. We will look into the problems and propose solutions. This afternoon, I am joined by my colleague, Shukura, to help us understand the challenges faced by women and youth in politics. Shukura, welcome to Political Arena.
Thank you for having me, Bakr.
Thank you. So, Shukura, in a nutshell, for a layman to understand, when we say women participation in politics, what do you mean?
In a layman language, like you said, women participation in politics means women inclusion in politics, women having senatorial seats and rep seats, women being governors, and women contesting for presidential elections, women being ministers, women being on high seats, women being high enough to influence policies and implement policies.
Okay, thank you for that elaborate explanation. So, across Nigeria and Africa, the number of women that are participating actively in politics is drastically reducing day by day. In your own opinion, what are the rationales behind that?
Well, I'll say in Nigeria we have 6 to 7% women in politics. And Nigerian women make up 49% of the population. And we only have 6 to 7% in politics. And in Africa, in some African countries, like Rwanda, we have 67% women in the parliamentary seats. So Nigeria is like really, really low, obviously, 6%, you see, is very low. The rationale behind that, there are a lot of reasons why women are not included in politics, or women do not come out to want to be involved in politics.
What are the reasons?
First thing first, before any other thing, is social construct, religious construct, and cultural construct. Emphasis on the cultural and social construct. In a typical African culture and typical Nigerian culture, women are expected to be home builders. Women are expected to be conservative, stay at home, help and support their husbands, take care of the kids, cook, take care of the home, take care of the extended family, and all of that you get. So when a woman says she wants to step into politics, she has become an outcast. Suddenly she has done something she should not do. Nigerian culture and socially, they view politics as something that is just a male territory. Although it's not written anywhere that leadership is in male territory, but when they think of leadership, you automatically associate leadership with men. Yeah, patriarchy. Nigerian political system is patriarchal. Not just Nigeria, the world is a patriarchal society, because in the world we have 27% women in politics. Do you understand what I mean?
But don't you think that a lot of opportunities was given to women, and we have seen where women were able to at least use the little public resources that was bestowed on them in enriching themselves? We have seen the likes of former Minister of Petroleum in Nigeria, how she was able to embezzle a huge amount of money.
I'd like to say you were focusing on the bad. Human beings are bad and good, obviously. Is that not true? Are we not bad and good?
Exactly.
Good. So you give power to somebody that is not credible. So because somebody is naturally bad, you associate it with the fact that she's a woman. Does that mean women are bad people? Does that mean all women we've given power are bad? The Prime Minister of Bangladesh is a woman. And so far, so good, statistically. Since when she has come in, poverty reduction in the country has been really, really low. Why do you not associate women in power with her? In Nordic countries like Iceland, Sweden, and Norway, women are in power, and the country is good. The HDI in the country is very good, and in fact, I think they are one of the happiest countries And Finland, they are one of the happiest countries in the world. Why do you not associate power, women power with that? Why do you choose to associate them with the corrupt leaders? Are there no male politicians that are corrupt too? Are there no male politicians that are good? But why do we choose to associate leadership with men automatically, believe they are going to be good leaders? Why can't we not do the same thing for women? Why must we focus on the bad?
Okay, coming down to Nigeria.
Yes.
We have seen situations whereby an opportunity was given to them. Yes. But the belief, the perception, and the culture is actually protecting them. So why do you think that? We are now in 21st century, yes, and I believe there is a lot of awareness have been moving around Nigeria and Africa. So why is it that from their own aspect, why is it that they are not trying to embrace the political system? Let them come out and participate with them, despite all the environment, despite all the settings that were put in place.
You made mention of culture protecting them. Culture that hinders you from doing something that is great is not protecting. It's hindering. It's a barrier. The culture is a barrier for women to go to politics. So
you mean they should abolish their culture?
I'm not asking them to abolish it, but any culture is man-made. Hope you know that. Culture is not made from God, and culture is not universal anywhere.
Culture differs.
Exactly. So if culture is not universal and culture is man-made, it can be abolished if it's bad. It should be abolished if it's bad. Not can. It should be abolished if it's bad. And if it's not abolished, it should be like adjusted. Redefined. Thank you very much. We've redefined a lot of cultures in Nigeria, have we not? To suit our personal preferences, to suit the era that we are in, to suit the century that we are in, to suit us as a society. We've done that, have we not?
Okay. What if,
So why can we not do the same for women going into politics?
And recently we have seen most of the political parties have been slashing the rate of ticket to women, but still we are yet to see women troop into that political parties to obtain that form in order to contest.
Like I said, I'll narrow it down to trust and mentorship. You see that godfatherism and mentorship that is the Nigerian democratic system is not exactly very broad open to women. And godfatherism, most women do not want to go into it because they do not want to be associated or tagged, or they don't want them to come and start using rubbish. Let me use the word rubbish to, you understand? To take advantage of them. Let me use the word take advantage. To take advantage of them. Because once you say you want to go into politics and your mentor wants to implicate you, then they will target with women in... Normally, in Nigeria, they tag politics with women in politics are not fit. They are not Nigerian ideal women. They are not the ideal Nigerian women. So they often see them as one kind... you are in politics, you're not an ideal woman, what are you doing there? It's a male-dominated society, you should not be there. And automatically, if you are there, you are having some things to do with the people in high places. That's why she's climbing up. And most people are avoiding that.
That's a perception.
It's not
a very wrong perception.
That's the very... You see, it's a very wrong perception, but it's the perception most people have. That is why they restrict women to...
Okay, so how can we break that perception?
First of all, we can break that perception by awareness, framing, and agenda setting. We should pass the awareness to younger generations that politics, leadership, policy making, policy implemented is not limited to men alone.
Okay, then how can at least media like S24 played a role in promoting women inclusion in politics, especially in Nigeria as we are heading toward 2027 election?
S24 can play a role by raising more awareness, going out there to let women know to let women know their rights, to let women know that they can participate in politics. There's nothing holding them back. As long as they are credible, they are good. And they can also play a role to the general public, to let the general public not associate women in politics with the likes of Dear Zani.
Okay, so Finally, before we call it a day, what are your call to your fellow women outside that they are of the belief that politics is a male-dominated setting? What are your call to them?
Okay, my call to them is, first and first, no law said politics is male-dominated. We made it so. Secondly, if you want your voices to be heard and you want to really, really help the country, help the world, and help the women that are around you, you should come out there. If you are credible, contest, win the trust, and change the narrative that when women are in power, they tend to do it for themselves and they don't help the public. Change the narratives today, not just for you, but for the women coming after you.
Thank you so much, Shukura. Thank you for speaking with us on S24 television. That is all what we have on Political Arena.